Our latest and most recent opening is the Suzanne and Walter Scott African Grasslands exhibit. Once we kind of got up and began to get some momentum up, we've been able to do and to build something new and significant about every second or third or fourth year. And once that happened, then you can look ahead. I don't think anybody could ever have looked ahead and predicted that we would advance as far as we have with all of the different exhibits and all of the different things that we've done. The community has been highly supportive, both from the business community, from individuals, and from foundations, as far as providing the funds to do all of this. Well, I guess the bottom line is that in the very beginning, I really didn't start out to be a zoo veterinarian or a zoo director. I wanted to become a herpetologist, and my early interest was in snakes. It occurred to me that I really might want to have a say in how a zoo runs. When Marie and I came to town in 1966, this was an old open-air picnic pavilion, and we put plywood sides on it, and we had elephants and rhinos in it. We arrived here December 1 of 1966, and I guess the rest is kind of history. Within a little over 3 years, then I was director, and was director for 39, nearly 40 years. When Marie and I arrived in Omaha, the zoo was really in its infancy. They were building on finishing up the old gorilla and orang buildings, and everything else was pretty much temporary pens. We had 10 employees.
There was no nursery facility at all, no care for them. And so the first one we had was an Almer leopard. I knew nothing about cats. It was a learning experience, starting out with this little one that you had to take care of as a mother cat would take care of a youngster.
One time, Marie had 3 babies wearing diapers and on bottles all at the same time. Heather, our first daughter, an orang, and a gorilla baby. So we had 3 sets of bottles in the icebox, and luckily Pampers had come along.
Yes, thankfully. We bought them by the case. They were babies in need, and it was a need that needed to be taken care of for the zoo. You didn't think about it, you just did what needed to be done. And it was an interesting household because at one time we had jaguar cubs, the orang and the gorilla, and a beagle dog. Plus the kids were little, and we would go outside during the summer months, and here you'd have all of them on the swing set. The poor gorilla, she couldn't hold on as well, so she was with me most of the time, screaming on the ground, but the orangutan was all over the swing set. I think it was a wonderful experience for our family, and something that we'll treasure forever. We have wonderful pictures.
Hi everyone, welcome once again to Zoo Time. Today we're in the nursery with Dr. Simmons, along with our newest arrival. Seems to have a pretty good set of legs on him.
New arrival, as a matter of fact, Mike. To end up where I am right now, you have to have been fairly lucky in that to find something to do that is both exciting and challenging, but at the same time fun and unpredictable, and the zoo world certainly fits that. The problem, of course, is that many of the things that we saw, and particularly back when, we were seeing for the first time, or maybe it was the first time anybody in the zoo world had seen them. That Omaha has been a part of advancing the science of veterinary medicine in exotic animals. That's a pretty good thing. Our conservation and research department is one of the leading conservation organizations in North America. The first artificially inseminated tiger in the world was born here. The first test tube tiger, in vitro fertilized tiger in the world, was born here. So we've had a lot of firsts and a lot of that early work simply because, number one, we had the animals, but we also have always had freedom of action to do what we thought was in the best interest of animals and conservation. One zoo of and by itself can't really solve the problems of the world. It really is going to take all the zoos working together with a lot of the other conservation agencies to solve the problems, and even then we're not going to solve them all. We know that. We've had a good run. It's been a lot of fun. It's not quite over yet. But I think, if there's anything I'd say to the kids out there is that if you're lucky, find something that's not only challenging, but find something that is fun, that will continually surprise you, because then that keeps your interest up. That makes it fun. That makes it a lot more interesting to come to work every day. And you don't really mind the fact that it's not a 40-hour week or a 7-day week.